Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Listen, everybody wants the yield. Few read the fine print. Tonight, we're going to break down SparkDEX juicy returns on Flare. What's real, what's risk, and how to play it without nuking your cash flow. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Happy freaking, I don't know, is it Monday? I think it's Monday. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. The yield right now going on SparkDEX and the Flare Networks ecosystem. Uh, yeah, that is something. That is something over there. Maybe I'll share my little thing to how to evaluate these liquidity pools. Maybe I'll do that as well. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Listen, let me. I'm gonna let a couple of people check in first before I cover this MXRP thing once again, so that you are in the know. I don't know why this internet looks like it's not great. What's going on, Yosef? Yosef, appreciate you checking in, sir. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. You know, if it's just for DeFi, I mean, this TVL is growing, ecosystem is growing with useful products. That is awesome. Very, very awesome to see. We're gonna go over to some of the LP positions on SparkDEX, give you an idea, a little tip on how to evaluate, then move accordingly, because it's important to know what it is that you're getting into. It's important to know what it is, right? Not just run on hype. Know what's going on, know what it is, for sure. Now, my computer is showing that I am uh, frozen. Am I frozen? Computer showing I'm frozen. Tim Tuman, what's going on, Tim? What's up, my guy? It's been a minute, bro. How are you, Tim? How are you? Happy Monday to each and every one of you. I don't know why people keep posting stuff from Larry Fink. Like, come on already. That bro, come on. He's not for us. He is not for us. He's not for the crypto space. I don't know why people think he is. I don't know why people think we need his name or brand or any kind of his recognition. We don't. We don't need it. And the intentions are not great. I mean, what do you think BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard is about? You think they're about us? You think they're about the regular retail person? There's a reason why they own what 70% of the freaking all the stocks and Nasdaq and all that on 20,000 different boards. They are not for us. They are not our friends. It's important to understand that. Self sovereign, hashtag self sovereign, hashtag self custody. This is the way, my friends. Not some BlackRock product. That is not it. And please already with the some people are not going to want to, some people are not going to want the exposure. They're going to want the, how about we educate them on what they're really getting when they're messing around BlackRock instead of just, just giving in. How about we educate them about what was really going on? How about we do that? I think that's a better option. I think that's a better option. If the system's rigged against us, who's the biggest owner of the system? If the system is rigged against us, who's the biggest owner of the system? BlackRock, right? It's BlackRock. We got to 2 or 3 trillion without BlackRock. I'm not sure why people think we need BlackRock. I'm just confused by that. Just very, very confused by that. But anywho, appreciate you guys checking in. The lady of crypto is in the building. What's going on, Keyless? How are you? I'm going to cover this MXRP thing real quick, okay? Okay. So that you know what it is, it's not. Okay. It's not a liquid staking token. It's not a MiCA compliant product. It's important. Prospectus, EU prospectus does not equal MiCA compliant. It's important. Okay. It's important that you know. You can always go get the docs. Make sure you get all 4 or 5 of them. Ask your friend what this product really is. You have a friend out there. Ask your friend what that product really is, and is it good for you as a retail person? It's important. Hit the like button on the way in, fam. That'd be awesome. It would be awesome. So here, we got this right here. I might have messed that up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So MXRP just broke a launch record. What does that mean? So if a thing is crappy and then something beats crappy, it's just crappy, right? Doesn't really mean anything. Broke records. I'm not sure why they would post that. But anyway, so what exactly is MXRP? Says XLR Network. It says a liquid staked token issued by Midas under an EU approved prospectus. Well, this is a little better than what XLR has been saying, but it's not telling the truth. It's not telling the whole story. It's not telling the whole story. It's not a good look for XLR. It's really not a good look for them. And I'm an XLR token holder. It's not a good look what they're doing. It reeks of desperation. It's not a good look. So what exactly is MXRP? It says here, a liquid staked token issued by Midas under an EU approved prospectus. At least they finally said EU approved prospectus because they were saying MiCA compliant and some other posts saying it's a MiCA compliant product. It's not a MiCA compliant product. It's not that. And I don't know, this managed by hyperrhythm is, what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean they're the ones doing the investing? Does it mean they're the ones who are actually going out and getting the yield, performing the strategies? That's not clear either. That's not clear either. So let me find something here real quick, and then I'll share some other stuff with you guys about this MXRP real quick so that you know what it is that you may be getting yourself into. As for me in the Crypto CJ Zone, we will not be touching that product with the 10-foot pole. Okay, let me see. All right, let me get this real quick. A couple of things for you, just so you know. It's important that you know what's being relied upon is people not really understanding what it is that they're doing. Then don't remind me to share with you SEC Chair Paul Atkins' statement to the world about international, outside of this country entities offering products to the U.S. Remind me to share that, okay? Keyless, remind me, because I'll get the rambling. I'll get the rambling and completely forget. All right, let me share here. Ask your friend. This is my friend right here. It's not always right, but boy, pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let me get out of the way. MXRP is a securities product, right? This blockchain-based certificate debt instrument that they're putting, that Midas is putting in their prospectus at the final terms. It's just word salad. MXRP is a securities product, not the same thing as holding XRP or a basic staking token. It's just a certificate, a note issued by issuer. You have no idea what they're doing with that XRP. Simple, simple, simple. And if you have some idea, you don't have enough of an idea. Okay. A prospectus means the paperwork is approved for offer slant marketing. Say that again. A prospectus means the paper is approved for offer slant marketing. But it does not equal a MICA CASP license or a green light for everyone. If you're a regular XRP holder chasing yield, understand the trade. Understand the trade. You're taking issuer risk, structure risk, liquidity risk, and legal slant geofence risk. You're taking all of the risk when you don't have to. If you're looking for yield and yield opportunities, sway for firelight. It's not hard. Just wait for filing. Why risk it? This is generally built for professionals or advised investors, not casual retail. Got to know the game you're in. 6 things retail must know. It's a different rule book. Prospectus approved security does not equal MiCA CSSP, which is for crypto asset tokens listing. Separate regime, separate protection. Who it's for? Usually professional slant advised investors. Many retail investors will fall or fail or struggle, I should say. Many retail investors will fail or struggle with appropriateness test. Issuer and structure risk. Your outcome depends on Midas hedging, program docs, and redemption mechanics, not just XRP's price. Okay. It's important. It's really, really important. You got the geofences and enforcement. If you're in the US and UK, this is typically off limits. Even in the EU, distribution is constrained and can change. Prospectus approved does not equal MiCA authorized. MXRP is a security wrapper, not simple XRP yield. If you're retail, read the risk. Read the risk. Read the risk pages. The issuer, structure, liquidity, and geofence risks come first. Yield comes second. Yield comes second. All right, let me find this other thing here. Keyless, I remembered. I remembered to look for this. Let me find this little quote from Mr. Atkins, SEC chair. I know I has it. I know I has it. Did I do this? Might have done this on a different one. Let me find it. I know I have it. Nope. What the world? What happened to that? Maybe it's further up. Maybe it was okay, there it is. Here it is right here. All right, let me read this. Let me share real quick. Then we're gonna get into these juicy liquidity pools on SparkDEX. A lot of people ask me, why am I doing this? Why am I sharing this information? Because we've been through enough already as XRP holders. That's really why. You're remembering it right. There is a recent on-record statement from SEC Chair Paul S. Atkins warning about foreign firms harming U.S. investors. This is an important little quote here from SEC Chair Paul Atkins. We welcome companies from around the world seeking access to United States capital markets, but we will not tolerate bad actors. His definition of bad actors, those that attempt to use international borders to frustrate and avoid U.S. investor protections. I think this thing might have a Reg X, as in Sierra. It's not authorized to be issued in the U.S. They're operating without supervision and license. Prospectus, in the end, is just the approval to market and or offer a product that's being created. That's it. It's not licensing. It's not CASP approved. It's not MiCA compliant. And it's not a good look. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a good look from where the SEC sits. This is not a good look from where the SEC sits. High probability, in my opinion, that in the coming weeks and months, they're going to get a notice, right? I mean, right now it says no US, right? No UK, right? But the workaround is the decentralized exchange. The workaround to access US investors is the decentralized exchange. That's the workaround. Market makers are gladly willing to create a market on the DEX because they're going to get the product for cheap and they're going to sell it to you at the highest price they can get. So they will gladly make a market. They have professional tools to win. And if they're winning, that means you're losing. Bottom line. And the little carrot that they're throwing to projects desperate for metrics is liquidity, engagement, and all that kind of stuff. But the product is not great for the end user. If it's not great for the end user, then how great is it? Really? That's what it is. That's the workaround. That is the workaround, my friends. I hope that makes sense to you. You can check out my videos that I've done on MXRP and Midas. All you got to do is go to Midas.app, go to docs, make sure you get all 4 or 5 of those stocks. Ask a friend to help you evaluate it. That's it. You have a friend. You have a friend. Ask the friend. I have a friend to evaluate. What does it mean for me as a retail holder? Is this, in fact, a debt instrument or blockchain-based certificate? Is it technically a security product? Can I operate this product being a non-accredited investor? Technically. Who is this product for? Is it for retail or is it for professionals? Ask. Just don't go by some person on Twitter. Do your homework, do your due diligence. Okay. All right. So Mix, what's going on, my friend? How are you, bro? Life is good right now. Life is good. Pookie's in the building. What up, my friend? What up? I'm getting my little Flare DeFi with Crypto Seeds stuff done. Got to get that stuff done. It'll be out in a few days. I'm trying to be more like Flare Forward, man. The guys over there are killing it. So, what we got going on here? FO. What's going on, FO? I used to know a guy named FO in air traffic controller days. Air traffic controller days, we always went by our initials. You know. I knew a guy named FO. Wait until Xamin FXRP minting goes live in the wallet. Indeed. That's going to be a big deal, FO. That's going to be a big deal. His name was Richardson, last name, but he went by FO. Keelan says, hi, Mix. Oh, okay, great. Hydro, what's going on, my friend? I appreciate you checking in, sir. Right, we don't need another thing, man. We don't need another thing. And the fact that these metrics keep getting promoted, keeps getting promoted. Yeah, keep promoting them. All it's doing is sending off the alarm to the regulators in the U.S. And when they find out, this product there's a market on the exchange for this product, on the decentralized exchanges, I'm telling you. Because they are going to say, without question, there's no way the U.S. retail investor knows or knew exactly what this product was. No matter how many videos I do, this is what they're going to say. And the bottom line, this product by Midas is a way to circumvent United States investor protection. That's the bottom line. It's a money grab for sure. It's not great for you and I. It's just not. And I'll keep making that argument anywhere. I have to, because we don't need another thing. We don't need it. And I'm telling you, this is just an international entity preying on the desperation. It's just preying on the desperation of projects and retail investors. That's what it's doing. Period. Point blank, full stop. That's what they're doing. Let's see if they go on some journey to become my compliant. Let's see. I'll give them that. Let's see if they'll do that. And let's see if they publicly state that they're on that journey of doing it with proof that they're doing it. Otherwise, they're operating without a license and without supervision. Period. All right. All right. So I think I went on that long enough. Hi, Keyless. I went on that long enough. Golden Paw Life Adventure. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. Why not? Why risk the biscuit? You got flare, you got firelight coming. Why messing around with this thing you don't fully understand? If you don't understand NAV and INAV, why are you messing around with MXRP? Do you understand what it means? Do you have the proper information to be able to purchase this product at a discount that gives you some kind of shot at just 1-to-1? Because you got fees and everything else that's going to be taken out of your little thing that you're seeing on your Xamin wallet, thinking you're getting a 0.00 something yield. You're not. The fees are taking everything away. And you don't know what they're doing and how to get yield. You just give up your XRP and let them go do whatever it is that they feel like they were doing. How is that cool? No non-rehypothecation clause from the custodian or the issuer. Not a great look, man. Not a great look, fam. Golden Paul Life Adventure says, I'm really trying to learn LPs, but struggling to know how to rebalance with just closing out and re-entering and how to track profit, etc. But I'm learning slowly. Good. Where are you learning from? Golden Paul Life Adventure. I would recommend you invest in your learning. Where are you learning from, my guy? You got to invest in you. I would invest in my learning. There's 2 or 3 ways to rebalance. You got to invest in your learning, my friend. No, the asset was right. Remember, Yosef, that the asset in and of itself is not a security. How you wrap the asset can make it a security. How you wrap the asset can make it a security. And that's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. All right. So let's go with SparkDEX. Let's go check out some stuff here real quick. Juicy yields over on SparkDEX, my favorite. All right. So it's important to understand what's going on over here on SparkDEX. Let's see. I might. Okay. It's important to understand what's going on right now. All right. So you want to go over to farms. We're on farm version 3.1. All right. It's important to understand what's going on with these things, right? All right. So most people seeing this TVL and the APRs, but they're just focusing on the APRs. That's not enough. That's not enough. It's not enough to focus on the APRs. Golden paw. That's not enough. What is the APR? What does this mean? rFLR rewards 114%. What does that mean? What are rFLRs? How are they issued? It's important to understand what those numbers are. Remember, that is what is the word for it's what's the word I want to use for this rFLR? It's it comes out once a month, right? It comes out once a month. I forget the word for it now. It comes out once a month. You get, a certain percentage first drop, then, da 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 da. Although the whole value of the rFLR, the amount units are available to you, that first month. If you take it, you get a 50% haircut, right? So what does that actually mean? That means about 1/12 of this is you can build a strategy around, right? And then after the second month, 2 12s. Then after the third month, after you get it, 3 12s. Then after the fourth month, after you get it, 4 12s. Then you can only calculate a strategy from what you have, not what you're going to be getting, right? Can't calculate strategy on what you're going to be getting. If you're looking at that 115% yield, you're going to look at what is going on now when you get it, right? Especially if you're going to go take rewards and go lend and borrow. Yeah, does that make sense? So the only now going on here is that first month for rFLR, right? And then 0.51% in the fee, right? You understand? Let's take a look at another one. This one here. rFLR 80%. 80%. Look at the fees. 10, almost 11%. The fee is now. Oh, cool. I'm getting that right now. Flare drop once a month. Right? Once, however, flare drops. How often flare drops come out? Flare drops. Is it once a month? I don't even remember. Yeah, I think it's once a month till January. Right? Fee right now. Fee right now. Fee right now. The other stuff over a period of time. Right? It's different. It's important to understand that, right? It's important to understand that, how the makeup of the APRs, right? I'm going to go over TVL here in a second. So this one right now, 0.5% right now. Okay. This one right now, 10%, right? Almost 11% right now. Okay. It's important. Let's go over this one here. Right now, 18%. 18% right now. That's the highest one so far, 80%. 18% is pretty good. Now, this used to be, says 3 things you're getting here, but it used to be 4 or 5. Let's see some here. Let's view this real quick. Let's try this way. Yep, 3. Now, let me go to the annual. Let me show you something that you can do if you want to learn a little bit more in detail about these liquidity pools. Let's go back to this farm. You can go to analytics right here, right? Check out the analytics real quick. And at the top left, you want to go to V3, not aggregated. You want to go to V3. You can scroll down here. See right here in the middle left, it says tokens, pools, transaction. Go to pools. This is going to give you a little bit more insight. It's important that you have a little bit more insight on these pools. It's important. So we got liquidity. We got 24-hour volume. It's important to know. And then there's the APRs. So these fees here is great if you're getting rewards and fees. If you're not, right? So 0.1%, cool, but 0.5% is better if you're getting rewards and fees. If your rewards are based on the fees, right? Then that's cool, right? So let's take a look at, I want to see that, was it WEF and FLR? Just kind of give you a little insight to what we teach in the Patreon for Flare DeFi, for Flare DeFi. All right, so let's look at this WEF and Flare ETH. Oh, that's Flare ETH. What's that? Now, you would think that this would have more volume. 24-hour volume. You would think it would have more. It's ETH. It's wrapped ETH and Flare. Right? You would think, right, it's got liquidity, but the volume, people going in, leaving out, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. 19% rFLR, and the fees 0.31% explains it. Explains it. You know, the Flare / XRP community is going to have to get educated more and more on liquidity pools, right? So this TVL here, I mean, this liquidity, 4.72 million, but the 24-hour volume is only 80 grand, right? You want this 24-hour volume to be as, you know, as close to 4 million as humanly possible. 79,000 is not it. It's not close, right? Just that means there's no interest in this pool, which is interesting because it's wrapped ETH and Flare ETH, right? All these people are always worrying about a permanent loss. We're talking about a massively valuable asset in ETH. There's no volume there. So remember, someone's got to come in here and make these markets. Each one is liquidity pools, right? So flare, if not enough volume to, right, the volume does signals interest. It's not there, right? It's just not there. Let's try this one here, right? This WFLR USTT 0. Look at this liquidity, 2.19 million. What is the volume? What's the 24-hour volume? 24-hour volume. 2.25 million. What I told you guys about this one is going to become the truth. Did I tell you this was going to become the truth? Look at that volume. Right? Look at that volume. Now, we personally don't get in liquidity pools unless the liquidity is at least 1 million. Right? That's us. In the beginning, you don't have to do that. You can do 250. 250K is cool. 2.91 liquidity, 2.25 24-hour volume. This, hello, is exactly the pool that if I was talking to my little kid sister, this is what I would tell her to get into. These are good metrics. What's the assets? WFLR, USTT 0. For me, that's a valuable asset. Both of those are really valuable. Real use case, fundamental use case assets, right? Fundamental, man. You can put that FLR right now on in some collateral pools and earn even more valuable asset. FXRP. So that means FLR to me, very valuable, right? It's a great fam. Great fam. Numbers. I'm telling you, these are great metrics. Right? We got 7 criteria for ending liquidity pool in the Patreon. It's pinned at the top of the Patreon group. Patreon.com// Golf Whiskey. Generational Wealth Wednesday Mastermind. GWW Mastermind. All right, what we got going on right now? 19% fee. Why is that important? Because that's now. That's going on right now. Okay. Plus 19%. Plus 19. Plus 19%. And you get it now. You're dealing with that right now. It's cool. I mean, we shoot for 3% a month, but this is cool. We got to start. It's early days, early days of an awesome liquidity pool. Then you throw in this delegation, 5%, and flare drops, and the rFLR. To me, this is awesome. For me, this is awesome. That's a good look. That's a good one. Is that what they say? That's a good one. I mean, look at that. Liquidity 2.19, volume 2.25 million. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one for sure. This is a very, very interesting one. The LP is, the TVL is 740,000 and the volume on the 24 hours, 2.75 million. Now, this doesn't meet our personal 1 million TVL, but again, for people starting out, this is cool. What we got going on here? 60. Oh, that's why. That's why. It's 67% fee right now for this. This is why people are in that. That's why that volume is so high. 67%. Yeah. That's why. This is a good one as well. Not financial advice. I was talking to my kid sis. I would say if you got some money, you might want to divvy it up between this one and another. And the first one, that WFLR USTZ 0. And this is no rFLR, which is interesting. It's the flare drop and delegation. Interesting. Total APY is 87%. 67%. Yeah. So think about that. That's pretty good because that's right now, right? Um, for me, for me, the longer term one is this one here, but this is a close second. This got 4 rewards, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, 4, which is pretty cool. But that's 67% fee. Yeah, that's interesting. And because you got interest, right? Uh, you got interest, right? 2.75 million people going in this thing, going in this thing, going in this thing. People are very interested. I feel like this is the highest 24-hour volume. Now these numbers change. They change, right? But I've had to look at the first 10 here. 2.75 million it's the highest interest in terms of people interested, right? It's important that it has fees with there as well. Very, very important. And second, in terms of interest, is 2.25 million. But if I had to pick one, if I could only go into one, I would go into this one personally because you got liquidity and you got 24-hour volume. That's what I do. Right now, you can always ask your friend to kind of evaluate this, and you can ask them to evaluate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and you could get the metrics from this one and compare them. You can get the metrics from this one and compare them, right? With your friend, my friend, right? You can compare them. How do you compare them? This is how you compare them. You go. Let me show you this real quick. You go here, you do that, and you screenshot it, right? Now, what I would do is I would tell ChatGPT that it is a 10-year vet and expert in DeFi, having done DeFi across all chains and have successfully created cash flow from being in liquidity pools and lending and borrowing. Rate these liquidity farms on a scale of 1 to 10, or these liquidity pairs on a scale of 1 to 10. That's what I would do. This is the metrics. This is the metric. This is the metric right here. That stuff there, right? You can do liquidity 24-hour volume. You can give them the metrics, kind of screenshot it like that. And let's see this other thing. And I would screenshot this as well, right? And have it evaluate so that it knows the rewards, future rewards, current rewards, and it knows the metrics here. Have it rated. I would compare the two if you could only get one. Let's see what we got there. $1,036 in 24 hours is okay. Let's go back. Go here. Let's see. Let's go here real quick. Why they only had analytics on the first 10? Let me see something here. Hold on. So, was there a page 2? Hold on. That's okay. Yeah, okay. There's another page. Okay, I wanted to make sure. So there is a page, another page. Looks like 6 pages. Pools. Wait a minute. Oh, those are tokens. Yeah, there is. All right. You can hit the next page and the next page and have them evaluate. Let's see here. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, right now it's defaulted highest to lowest. So yeah, the first page is where you want to hang out and check and see. That's what I would do. Evaluate those. But again, let me go here to the farm. 7 criteria for any liquidity pool that we have pinned to our page on the Patreon. Number 1 consideration is the assets. Are you good being 100% in ETH and 100% in WFLR if you were in this pool. If you were in that pool. Would you be good with that? What is the value add of ETH? Does it have fundamentals? It's the value add to FLR. Does it have fundamental use cases? Right? You evaluate the assets first, then you go to these metrics like TVL and 24-hour volume, right? Then you want to look at the rewards. Rewards is what if you're getting rewards in um, Trust Me Bro token? Is that what you want? It's probably not, right? Probably not. So it's important. Very, very important. So yeah, that's what I would do. Evaluate them so that you kind of come to your own conclusion. Shout out to SparkDEX for putting those analytics together. So you have the numbers. It's important to know the numbers. Evaluate them. Then you can decide what you're going to do with the rewards, right? You got to evaluate the rewards, then evaluate what you're going to do with those rewards. And before you even enter, when am I exiting? This liquidity pool is important. When am I exiting? If you're in some type of FLR liquidity pool, WFLR, do you know when you're exiting out of that liquidity pool? Are you exiting? What percentage are you exiting? Right? And to help you factor those when, you got to think about what part of the cycle, what cycle you're in. Are you in a bear or bull cycle? And then what part of that cycle are we in? That's important. It's important. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. They were super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. I appreciate you guys checking in. Massively important. Let me do this live chat. Here, appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me. It helps to get the channel out to more people that are hanging out on YouTube watching dog and babies interact. It's important. Appreciate that. Really do. And by the way, if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. Well, we got a couple more people checked in that I missed. What's going on, Peter Summers? Clip Wilson. What's going on, Clip Wilson? That's a new name to the channel. I don't believe I've seen you check in here before. I did see that, Clip Wilson. Clip Wilson says, hey, CJ, have you noticed on the SparkDEX portal it has a blue chip option on the forum page? Yep, sure did. I did. I'm a big fan of SparkDEX. I mean, this is Flare DeFi's early days. SparkDEX early days. I'm really impressed with their UI UX early days. I really am. I know they're not going to be perfect. I know they may make mistakes. It's early days though. You got to get that. So I like this early day project. I really do. I like the early day Kinetic as well. Really do. Really excited to go on a journey with those guys together, growing out this ecosystem. Really, really excited about that. So I hope that helps. Peter Summers says, I was also thinking borrowing. What do you expect to get? I was also thinking borrowing what you expect to get in your last 4 flare drops. Okay. And get bigger drops and pay it back with drops. Interesting. Interesting. I guess you could have a pretty good idea of what you would be getting. Peter. Oh, I didn't see that. Golden Paul said, I'm only practicing and learning with WFLR USTT0. How about that? Joseph said, yeah, that's the pair to be in. Yeah. So I hope that helped you guys with kind of evaluating those pools. This is really important to understand where we are. It's early days for Flare DeFi, early projects on Flare DeFi. You don't chase the game. Let the game come to you, right? For sure. Test small, work your way up to 30, 35%, something like that. Um, and kind of go from there. The great thing about Flare is you can start out with these tiny amounts to get kind of used to the mechanics. If you want to learn Flare DeFi, you can join a Patreon. It's $10 a month. We do Flare DeFi there. I'll teach you 7 criteria for in liquidity pool. If you want to learn DeFi outside of Flare, I can do coaching, one-on-one coaching with you guys, or recommend you to my guys. Okay, that's kind of, high level stuff for sure. So there that is the fam. I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate you guys checking in. I just got to tell you, just if you're in the Flare ecosystem, I hope you feel blessed. I hope you feel blessed to be here early. I hope you feel um, encouraged by the team, Hugo and the team over there, or what they've done so far. I hope you understand that this is early days with just one F asset launch, with F assets being the foundational asset when it comes to the overall value add. It's foundational. There are bigger and better things in terms of overall value add coming to Flare Networks. Okay. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Like, for example, protocol managed wallets and TEEs, for example. It'll be a bigger value add to Flare Networks. So hope you feel blessed to be here early days for sure. What? There's a Phil. What is Philly Unu? Mix says limit orders are where? Does the trade thing have limit orders? I've never checked it. I had I got you. I got you, Clip Wilson. I got you, my friend. So yeah, for me, we're blessed to be here early days, without question. It's so inexpensive to move on Flare. And by the way, Flare, you ever tried the transaction? It's screaming right now. Okay. Screaming, screaming, screaming. The network is screaming. It passed a big stress test. Hugo didn't post about that for no reason. That was a big, the stress test with this recent, the world's largest, crypto's largest liquidation event in history of crypto. And Flare passed the stress test, which is massively important. Massively important. How blessed are we to be here early days? What if I'm right? That Flare Networks is becoming the promise of what Ethereum hoped to be. What if I'm right about that? First movers advantage is a real thing. But Flare, in my opinion, is doing their own thing in their own niche, in their own lane. And that is important. And they can win there and then be the front runner or be the first mover in that lane. Data is going to become the new oil is going to become a thing. Data is the new oil is going to become a thing. Interoperability is going to become a thing. Connect everything is going to become a thing. Find out where everyone else is going and get there first. This is what Flare is doing, in my humble opinion. So, listen, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. That'd be super awesome if you could do that. And yeah, if you're not 55%, don't please consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying those hangouts. Mad dash to 10K subs. Let's make that happen together. Make that happen for sure. By the way, me and Mickey B Fresh will be getting together, collab, and a little collaboration. So look for that. That's going to be a really, really cool hang. Mickey B Fresh is that dude when it comes to Flare Networks, all things Flare, for sure. So appreciate you guys checking in. Hit that like button on the way out. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.